What is going on, my Concise Conversation family? I hope you guys are all doing well today. Today I'm here with one of my friends from UCR. You can introduce yourself.
Hi everyone, my name's Arleth.
Yes, so she is the first guest I'm having for this series called UCR Graduation. Basically, I want to bring seniors on and have them talk about their experiences, graduating, and how they feel. Just to create a platform so people can share their experiences and other people can maybe, find out what they want to do as well. So before we get to that, I want to start from the beginning, pre-first year, 17, 18, start with, so if you can, give us a little introduction about, why you chose your major and kind of what you were involved in throughout your journey at UCR.
For UCR. So start right before coming into UCR.
Right.
So I actually thought I wanted to become a doctor.
Wow. Okay.
From junior year, I had an internship with the hospital, and I saw everything starting off the YouTube channel. I saw dead bodies. I saw someone code.
Wow.
I saw in the emergency room.
Right. That's a lot.
And then I knew that I hated math, and so then
Public policy majors, no math.
I was like, I'm gonna get sued. I can't do all that stuff. So then, I did an internship with my local Congress member, and then that's when I found out I really liked policy. I really liked working in the community, going door to door. As tedious as it sounds, but
it is tedious. It makes a difference, though.
Yeah, it makes a really big difference. So then UCR was not my first option, but
normal, very normal.
And I got waitlisted from an all-girls school in Massachusetts, actually.
Wow.
And so it was my life is either going to be on the East Coast, but in Riverside. So obviously I'm here. So then coming to Riverside was actually political science.
Nice.
But I decided to transition into public policy because I knew I wanted to do something with the government, all of that stuff.
I hear that.
And then my first year, I got invited to join the honors hall. Honors at UCR, I like it because you get priority registration.
Yep.
But
big.
Yeah, super big. But it was really socially dead.
Mm-hmm.
And it was, I got my good things about it. I got my really core friend group.
Nice.
They're my really friends. One just got into Harvard.
Hey,
the other one's shout out Emily. She got into Harvard. My other friend got into UCLA Law. My other one is applying to become a nurse practitioner.
Nice.
Another one is doing her PhD in psychology. And so I got my core group of friends there. And so, but then coming into leadership, I knew I wanted to become something at UCR, but I didn't know what.
Right.
So then I joined the ambassador program at the School of Public Policy, and I kind of became a young professional, and they really groomed me. From then, I made it a goal every summer to have an internship.
We love that.
Every summer.
That's
So
a great goal.
Going back home, I interned with 2 lawyers at the time in family law and criminal law. After that, I decided I didn't like it. And it was, I don't know, I guess some advice I could say is as many internships as you have is the best because you figure out what you don't like.
Exactly.
And I feel coming into college, it can be, everyone's always what's your passion? What do you like to do? And it's I'm trying to figure out what I don't like because I don't want to waste my time.
Exactly.
And so, that was my first summer. And then my second summer, I did an internship with a nonprofit, and I also did an internship with a criminal defense attorney actually here in Riverside.
Nice.
So I was able to do a court case, a sexual assault court case.
Nice.
So I did cross-examination of a witness, really got myself in and out of everything in the criminal justice system. And that's when I figured out I don't want to do anything in the criminal justice system.
Me too. It's about figuring out what you don't want to do, most definitely.
So, but it was a wonderful experience. And then I did that. I've done research on campus. I'm in the criminal justice studies research here on campus. I write a lot. I love to write and just read and stuff like that. And then this past summer, I had an internship with the Governor's Office of Business and Economic Development. And so that's when I actually found something that I really liked. Economic development, talking about how businesses are coming into California, like big businesses. Like I was in calls with a business called Rivian, which is like, I don't know if you've heard about them, but it's like a truck company like Tesla.
Okay.
And so they were trying to talk to them, talking about like, oh, why didn't you build a gigafactory in California? Why did you go to Texas? So it's like conversations like that. And I think I really like it because it's full circle to the community of like jobs are essential when it comes to building communities, or why communities are tarnished because like people don't have jobs.
Exactly.
So yeah, like that was super fast, but I have like a plethora of things that I can talk about when it comes to leadership. I just think like the number one thing is get an internship every summer and try to figure out stuff you like and stuff you don't like.
I like that. No, I can definitely relate to your experience because, so especially me coming from the East Coast, I knew that I wanted to get involved in anything I could. So when I first came, I joined the ASPB, and I think that was a great introductory experience because ASPB, I think, is a little different than ASUCR in that like it's just entertainment.
Yeah.
You know, I think ASUCR is a little bit more serious topics, whereas like I was in the concerts division, so I was in charge of reaching out to artists and being behind the scenes.
So cool.
It was such a dope experience, you know. So, and that's where I met a lot of my bros in SAE, and they kind of convinced me to rush. So that became a part of my experience at UCR, and I was the vice president and president of that organization. Obviously, 2 separate years.
Yeah.
And that was a really, really good leadership experience because fraternities, in a sense, it's you're running a business, but
That's
the
true.
business and the capital of the business is people. Like you're constantly have an influx of people coming in, coming out. Like you're constantly cycling through people, so you get to learn how people are in social situations and how they are in social organizations. And I think especially leading that, you get to learn how to lead people, and that's such a great skill to have in college, because I feel like college curriculums aren't necessarily teaching you how to be a leader. So that's a skill that you have to go out and find experiences that are going to teach you those skills, because in the workforce those skills are necessary, you know.
No, 100%. I think I'm also in Pi Beta Phi, which is a sorority on campus, and like I was director of new member experience. And so that was like I actually ran for president too, but I didn't get it. But the advisors had called me up and they had said like, this is a very important position, like this is one that needs to be filled. And I was like, you know what, like fine, like I'll do it, like, you know, try to talk to girls. And I think it, like how you said, like I got to talk to as many people as possible. And another thing too, I was in honors, and so like honors was like socially dead, and I'm like, I like to have fun. Like I like it literally is about balance. Like I have my sorority, which is like my fun time, and then I have like my classes, full workload, and then extracurriculars, and but it also depends on the amount of grit that you have at the end of the day.
It's drive too. Yeah, exactly what you mean. Like, because at the end of the day, these experiences aren't just given to you. You know, you really have to go out and find them for yourself. And I think college is the place to do that. At the end of the day, like we are here for school and we are here to get good grades and get our degrees, and especially public policy. I love public policy. I came in as a poli-sci major as well, and I found out quickly that I was like, this is not for me. This is not for me.
No, like every public policy major is probably like, I'm not doing political science.
I know, I think I came in as a poli-sci major because it was comfortable. Like because I took AP Gov in high school and I took the AP test, so that was good because I got credit. And so I had a couple classes that I didn't have to take, which was lit, you know. But as I continued taking the classes, I was just like, I don't like learning about power. Like, this is just people arguing over power, constantly starting wars, just constantly doing things to gain power. And I think what I enjoy about public policy is that they give you the structure and the skills to know how to make change, you know. And whereas poli-sci is just cycles, you know, cycles of power, where like I want to break that cycle, and I think that's what public policy gives you the skills to do.
And what I think another thing that public policy emphasizes is like a lot of the community work that you're doing.
Most
like
definitely.
And the requirement at UCR is like you have to have an internship, and so it was really nice to just like have that very hands-on experience of like what it is going into the field and like stuff like that. So
Most
that was really nice.
And So after my first year, I had an internship with Ronaldo Fierro. He's on the city council. So I totally understand what you mean about canvassing. Going door to door, it's draining. It's embarrassing at times when people just look at you. They're like,
"You're like, why are you knocking on the door?"
I'm here to tell you about Ronaldo Fierro. Like, some people don't care, but I think those experiences are about the people who do care. The people who they open their door and they're so excited to hear you talk and everything. Because you get a lot of doors slammed in your face. I also did CalPERG where I was cold calling people, and I was what's it called, campaign coordinator for CalPERG. So I ran the Zero Hunger campaign, and I was on the board of directors. So and CalPERG, and it was COVID, so it was completely online.
Yeah.
So it was just literally Zoom all day. Calling people all day. So that's going back to grit, like it takes a lot of dedication to put yourself through that work, but at the end of the day, the reward is what you're doing it for. And I think I gained a lot of experience doing those roles because, again, you're learning how to work with people.
And another thing too, I don't want to sound mean, but some people don't know how to talk. Like some people don't
especially
know
after COVID
like
too.
People don't have like genuine conversations of like, I don't know, like I'm trying to like get to know you and like the substance, and I'm like, you're not. No, I'm like, you're not giving me what I need.
For
like,
sure. I
don't
agree
know.
with that.
That's something too. I feel like with canvassing or just like being in these organizations, like you get to genuinely have good conversations and talk to people.
And I think that's even a key thing that you learn in public policy is going beneath the surface and like understanding what is the root cause of problems, because again, like with poli-sci, going back, no hate, but I feel like it's just cycles where we're learning the history about why these things are happening, but we're not learning how we can take the action to change it, And I think public policy really in the classes it's a lot about talking to people and understanding why are these problems happening. Like, oh, you experience life in this way, why do you experience that? And I think that's important skills to learn, and to move with.
Definitely. And I mean, I think in my experience coming at UCR, like I feel like a lot of people talk crap about UCR and it's sad, but I think it's what you put into it. Like if like if you don't put like hard work, like those hours of like even like just connecting with people, you're not going to get anything out of it. And so
I 100% agree with that, because I think the biggest thing that you can learn other than leadership skills is what you were talking about before, networking, talking to people, social skills, like even this video would not have happened if we didn't both put the effort forward to create a connection, and I think again, like any field that you go into, you're gonna have to work with people in some way, shape, or form, so it's a really, really important skill to learn in college, to get to know how to talk to people and get to know how to connect with people, therefore you can understand what they're going through.
That's, and then another thing too, like connection, like my friends always make fun of me, but like I'm on LinkedIn. Like those
me too. Come on now. Got that 500 plus. That's what we want, baby. Come on now.
And people are always like, you with your LinkedIn. Like I remember one time I'd be talking to people and I'm like, oh, what's your LinkedIn? and my homegirls are like, why are you asking people for their LinkedIn? I'm like, because I want to know what they're doing.
And that's the thing too, and I love that because like LinkedIn is just another form of social media.
I've gotten 2 internships because of I got my job because of internships.
Come on now, like that's what I'm saying, at the end of the day, LinkedIn is networking, so it's like network, so transitioning from, your college experience and going into like after, because I just applied. I just hit that apply for graduation form. I'm like, really? Dang, I'm not apply commencement or whatever, But so what? Like, first of all, let's go into like how you feel about graduation, and then kind of like what is your plan?
Can I cuss on here?
Yeah, go for
it.
I'm
fucking shitting bricks. Like I think I'm really nervous because as a first generation, as low income, like all your parents tell you is go to school and get a job. That's all they tell you. And so I'm gonna graduate and I got my job and I'm like, now what?
I hear that.
And so I think it's a new step for me of saying like, how do I want to be as a young professional 5-10 years coming out of undergrad?
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't talk about that. And so it's another thing too, it's like a new income bracket. Like I'm not gonna be considered low income anymore.
Yeah.
And so it's like it's a new experience. It's all of that stuff, and I think that's why I'm so nervous. And also I'm from Southern California and I'm gonna be moving to Northern California.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be moving to Sacramento.
Congrats. That's a dope experience.
So I've never moved. Like, and that's another thing too, so it's I don't know how to feel about it.
I hear you. I mean, I'm excited for you. I didn't know that. This is a raw emotion. That's really, really dope. I can tell you from being from the East Coast and moving to California that it's a great experience, I think. I think you learn a lot of independence. You learn how to be by yourself. Yours is going to be a brand new experience because I think I was fortunate enough to move into a new state in an environment where everyone's basically fresh, you know? Everyone's getting to know people, everyone's new, no matter if you're from Riverside, you know? You go to UCR, you're still new, you know? So I had like a little bit of a cushion, so obviously, you know, it's gonna be a little different because we're adults now, you know? Whatever.
I'm like, I don't want
I know, bills, but however, I think in essence, moving to a new place where you don't know anyone builds a lot of character. And I think right now that I have basically been on my own for 4 years, like quote unquote, I think I have the confidence that I can move anywhere and I can really like go anywhere, and I know I can build a community because I did it in California, you know? So I think that's really cool that you're gonna get to experience that, because that's not something that a lot of people get to experience either.
Yeah, I think and I'm fortunate enough where I'm gonna be working in Sacramento. It's like a cohort of people that are coming in, so it's like everyone's graduating or they have graduated a couple years before, which is nice. But then it's also like I'm gonna be working, like they're gonna work me, you know, it's I'm gonna be working at Deloitte as an analyst, government practice service analyst.
Very nice.
And so, you know, it's gonna be salary based, like they're gonna have like all these expectations for you, applying for projects and all of that stuff. And so
I think the pressure is definitely real, of course, you know, moving into something of that stature. However, you know, college was like that when we were freshmen, you know? So I think at the end of the day, it's really about knowing yourself and knowing that whatever you do, you're gonna put in your full effort. And at the end of the day, that's all an employer should be asked for, you know? Like they should ask for your 100%, you know? Because that's what you can give. And I think that's definitely what you showed that you did in college, you know? And like that type of drive and grit, as she says, does not go away. So I think, you know, the theme of this video for sure is like you have to put in the work. Like no one else is gonna do it for you, especially in college where really the only thing, some people come to college and no hate, some people come to college and just go to class and go home. And that's a very, very, I don't know, like I don't think you're getting the most out of your experience at the end of the day. And even in terms of fun, like you were saying, balance, like meeting people should be fun, you know? It should be a fun experience. It should be something, because even why I started this YouTube channel is because I love meeting people and I love talking to people, and I think everyone has something that I can learn, you know? So in that same sense, like I make it a point to cultivate relationships, and I think that has made life a lot easier for me. So put in the work, and I think results are definitely gonna show.
No, they're gonna show for sure. And I think I don't give myself enough credit of like
which is a very common thing.
And I feel like a lot of high achieving people, like they don't give themselves the credit that they deserve. Like sometimes I'm like, okay, I'm like, what's next? Like what's my next goal? Like my next goal is gonna be in like 5-6 years. Like I want to become a lawyer, and I want to, I don't know, it'd be like a dream to go to Stanford or something like that. And like
most def. And I think that's like what you're saying is like that's like imposter syndrome at the end of the day. Like not, especially as first gen, especially as low income, like we are not shown or told that we can achieve things like this. So when we go out and do it, it's like, dang, are we even deserving, you know? But that's the thing, like you're not an imposter, you're doing it, you know? And at the end of the day, like it's all about you. Like validation, self-validation means more than any external, you know? So at the end of the day, if you're doing the thing, you're doing the thing, right? You're doing the thing.
No, but it's exciting. I'm excited, and it's a new chapter. It's like I just need to, I don't know, I miss my mom. Like she's not gonna be close.
I hear you. No, that's a real thing, but phone calls, you know?
Yeah.
Phone calls.
So, yeah.
But hey, thank you for doing this video with me. I'm excited. Hey, maybe we'll come on here when you're a lawyer one day. Video two. But thank you for doing this with me.
Yes.
I appreciate it. Hey, any UCR seniors who want to hop on and share your experiences, definitely let me know. But hey, I hope you guys have a good day. Peace out.
Bye.